everybody, this is Jay, it's Moses Black, and you are listening to TV Confidential with one of my best friends.
Ed Robertson, thanking you as always for listening to the TV Confidential podcast. We're taking some time off from production of TV Confidential during the first part of July. We'll be back with brand new editions of our program beginning the weekend of July 18th. Our guests coming up later on in July will include Kathleen Bradley. Kathleen Bradley, the first African-American model to join ranks with Barker's Beauty on The Price is Right, and the author of Backstage at The Price is Right, Memoirs of Barker's Beauty. Everything you want to know and more about Kathleen's 10-year run as one of the four Barker's, mostly four, sometimes there were three Barker's Beauties on The Price is Right. Backstage at The Price is Right, Memoirs of a Barker's Beauty. Available wherever books are sold through Amazon.com. You can follow Kathleen, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, KathleenBradley.TV. One of the reasons why Kathleen joined us on TV Confidential was to talk about some of the events that have taken place so far in 2025 to mark the 30th anniversary of the release of Friday. With that in mind, as we pick up our conversation with Kathleen, we asked her, I understand Ice Cube personally wanted you to play Mrs. Parker.
Right. Well, you know, he had watched The Price is Right, like so many people watch and love The Price is Right, especially back then when Bob Barker was on. And he saw me, and he, I think, was looking for me or asked my agent or somebody, tracked me down. He said, I want that black lady on The Price is Right. Everybody would always refer to me as the black lady on The Price is Right. Even when I go out to grocery stores or shopping or something, and I could tell the mom or the daughter or somebody was shopping, they were like to the side. And then they would, you know, it's like people want to say something and then they don't want to say it. They're reluctant to come over and talk to you, but they say, aren't you that black lady on The Price is Right? I said, yeah, I am. But sometimes Bob would say, the lovely Kathleen on the show, the lovely Holly, the lovely, so some people knew my first name was Kathleen or what have you. But Ice Cube did say he wanted me. And I did go audition. And there was only maybe one or two other women for that part. And he was pretty much sure he wanted me to do it, which I'm so grateful that it did. And it happened.
And going back to the idea of miracles, I mean, there are a lot of stories. I've talked to a lot of actors. I've talked to a lot of creatives who will say, when you're putting a movie together, when you're putting a TV show together, a lot of times you start with one or two particular people. You may say, I want Kathleen Bradley to play Mrs. Parker, but just because that's the person you have in mind, the universe doesn't always align so that you can cast her in that role. But so the fact that Ice Cube wanted you and you got the part, I mean, that's also a miracle.
Right, and also we better pray and hope for the miracle forthcoming, which is going to be the next Friday, the last Friday they're going to be doing. And it has been in the works for over, 4 or 5 years because Lionsgate, who owns the rights to Friday at some point, and Ice Cube and the other writers, they were unable to convince them to, I guess, go with the script that Ice Cube wanted to go with. You know, I've heard a few different things. There's a lot of controversy about why or when is the last Friday coming out. So they just recently came to terms with the producer, of movie companies to go ahead and gave the green light to go ahead and get this last Friday done. So I'm hopeful that I will be in it, as well as my very dear friend Alicia, who's played Felicia, Angela Means. So we're going to see exactly what it's all about. Because, you know, it's only right and fitting that they would go back to the old neighborhood and see if some of the same people are still living there in the area, just kind of at least allude to it or build a few little scenes around that area in the neighborhood. Because, you know, you don't want to change the beer that made Milwaukee famous. Like you go in, like the second one was not moved all the way out to the Rancho Cucamonga or somewhere. Who the hell? It's terrible. Anyway, so let's see what happens.
Okay, well,
fingers crossed.
Well, fingers crossed. We'll keep good thoughts for you. In the meantime, we're very happy that Kathleen Bradley is spending part of her day with us today. Kathleen Bradley, the first African-American model to join ranks with Barker's Beauty on The Price is Right, and the actress known around the world as Mrs. Parker in Friday. You can follow Kathleen Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, KathleenBradley.tv. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
This portion of TV Confidential is brought to us by our friends at Front Porch Realty, the community of realtors in the Northern Bay area of California that is committed to finding the solution that is best for their clients. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to sell or lease your property in Northern California, call Karen Strain at 415-886-7411 or visit frontporchrealtygroup.com for more information on how they can help you.
One more item. If you're starting a company, particularly one that is in an emerging market, you know that averting any sort of legal dispute is crucial to your business plan. Our friends at Tectonic Law offer an array of services that can help you avoid and preempt future litigation while also developing and protecting your intellectual property and intangible assets. Tectonic Law serves the needs of a host of emerging industries throughout California and beyond, including industrial designers, beverage makers, artists, farmers, retail stores, health practitioners, wellness experts, cosmetics manufacturers, nonprofit organizations, innovators in sustainable practices, and libraries. Go to tectoniclaw.com to learn more about how Tectonic Law can help your business thrive. tectoniclaw.com. Rock solid representation for groundbreaking industries. Thanks for listening to this special preview of our upcoming interview with Kathleen Bradley on TV Confidential. Our complete conversation with Kathleen will air the weekend of July 25th here on TV Confidential. Among other things, we'll talk some more about the 30th anniversary of Friday, including Kathleen's experience working with the great Bernie Mac. She'll also talk about recently reuniting with Ice Cube earlier in 2025. Kathleen appears in the music video for It's My Ego, the lead single for Ice Cube's album Man Down. Plus, we'll ask Kathleen to share a few memories about her years on The Price is Right. Our complete conversation with Kathleen Bradley will air the weekend of July 25th here on TV Confidential. It will then become available for listening on demand as a podcast Monday, July 28th.